everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Linda, and on this channel I talk about everything from lifestyle to business and our current Airbnb project. Please forgive the look. I have spent all morning downstairs finishing up a few last minute walls in the basement, and I am so excited, a little overwhelmed, but thrilled to be sharing this next update with all of you. So go down below, hit the likes button, hit the subscribe button. Please leave a comment, send me some words of encouragement. I could totally use them right now, as this stage of the project is the one that seems to be overwhelming me the most. But otherwise, let's dig into this Airbnb update. The bathtub has arrived. So excited. It was actually a really quick turnaround because I ordered it yesterday from the Home Depot and it's already here. Again, I'm feeling really good about the progress in the Airbnb today only. Jason and I this morning went downstairs and we finished the last two walls. Now, the wall between the closet and the tub, it went great. The wall at the top shifted a little bit, so you just gotta like bang it back over, because that's where the tub, like there has to be room for the tub. So gonna be awesome. Definitely feel good about that one. We also need to box in our bulkheads, which I literally have not the faintest clue how to do. So I'm gonna get in touch with our contractor, have him come out, show me how to do that so that I can just do it correctly. Aside from those few very minor things, the framing itself is done. I do need to phone the city tomorrow and find out how many inspections we get based on the permit that we bought. So that's just going to give us a little bit more insight into whether it's one or two and when specifically they want that framing done. There are some things that I wish some things were just happening a little bit faster than they are. I need to give myself credit. I'm doing this all on my own. We are saving a ridiculous amount of money doing a lot of the labor ourselves. And I'm totally okay with that. I am okay with that. I'm excited about everything that I'm learning on this project, and I need to just let it go and trust the process and that everything's going to just come together as it's supposed to. And that is what I keep reminding myself. Good morning. I'm downstairs super early in the morning. My dad's on his way to help with a few more, I guess, random little things that need to be done in the basement. We had a really good friend of ours who is a city inspector come by just to double check our work, because with our permits we only get a certain number of inspections, and if we fail one then we have to pay for the next inspection. So he came by as a courtesy to just double check our work, make sure everything was good, and then it gives us an opportunity to fix anything that he may have noticed before he actually gets, or before we actually book the city inspection. So my dad's coming by to help with a few of the deficiencies. Good news, there are not many. The two biggest things that were brought to our attention, and this is just a matter of, I guess, misinformation or not knowing every single rule of the code, but the furnace door has to be 32 inches at a minimum, and we put in for 30, just like all the other doors. So we need to make some room for a 32-inch door there. Where the challenge comes in is that there's not a lot of room here. So this is a mechanical door. Obviously, this side is fully in and mounted and bracketed. We can make some room on this side by simply taking out this full stud and putting in this actual door frame stud. So that buys us about 1.5 inches. On this side, we went directly with a short. So the only option is to physically move this wall that the builders put in so that we can create the extra inch and a bit. So literally, this builder stud needs to be moved. Well, the electrical plug needs to be removed. This whole stud needs to be moved over whatever the inches that we need remaining. So it's a pretty easy fix. It does require some touches to the drywall, but I'm hoping we can get away with not wrecking the drywall too much. And yeah, this wall just literally needs to move over 1 inch, and we get to salvage one of the pieces of lumber that's in here, which is good because we need to build bulkheads. But it's gonna be good. We're gonna get this done today, and it's just gonna be, the framing's just gonna be done. Yeah, I'm excited about it. All right, so all freshened up. My dad's already gone. I've kind of cleaned up the basement. I'm now seeing a few spots that I did not get to, which is totally fine. But this is where things sit. With my dad, I didn't really record, again, much because it's just the two of us. We're working really hard, trying to get everything done. We made the few corrections that our inspector mentioned to us. That was being, we had to just re-straighten one of the walls in the bathroom because it was slightly out, and because the tub and surround is going there, there's a little less leeway. So we just had to square that out. And then we also marked off where we're going to be putting the electrical boxes. So we tacked some of those in. I got a little bit of footage showing that. And then now basically, just because my dad is not an electrician, well, running fresh electrical, he totally understands how to do. It's the rewiring of what's currently there is something he doesn't want to touch. When it comes to electrical work, I respect that. So as soon as our electrician is back, we're going to have him come out, take a look at it, and get us into a spot where we can start wiring all the new electrical as well as the stuff that has to go within the vapor barrier. I also made a phone call to the city because I wanted to know, with our permit, do we need a framing inspection? Now, the city, however, doesn't need a framing inspection. They only need the final inspection. So they're going to come out and basically do an assessment at the end. So really glad our friend came out to make sure that we fixed things like the door to the mechanical room, because that would have been a real pain in the butt to have to fix after the fact. But in order to keep the project moving forward, I am going to be placing an order for the drywall. I do need to do some rough calculations of how much or how many sheets of drywall we're actually going to need. And then from there, I can figure out when we can get that delivered, where we need to get it from, because apparently big construction companies will order a whole bunch of drywall and leave none left for the store. So that's something that we can get started on sooner rather than later. And because we're starting to do the drywall, I had to make some room in this back area here because it's one of the few areas that I can actually start to drywall. So I've done some reorganizing in the crawl space. I've moved the dining chairs and I've put them down in the crawl space so they're kind of out of the way. Any of the lights, tools, electrical stuff, I've stacked over here, which means over here is a lot less crowded and busy. We can start actually doing work in there. So while there are delays, there is progress, and progress is literally all I can ask for. I feel confident that in the next 2 weeks before our electrician is back, we'll be able to have all the plumbing done, a big chunk of drywall up, which the plan is that you will see that in this video. So stay here, stay connected. If you're loving seeing this update and following along on this very new to me adventure of finishing our basement, then go down below, hit the subscribe button, give me a like. It really helps the channel out. And stick around, because I don't want you to miss any of the rest of the fun, because at the end of this really new learning experience is a really beautiful final project. So I can't wait for you guys to see what this space looks like when it's all done. All right, batch one drywall. This is all of the bathroom humidity grade drywall. She's heavy, so we got that down here. Jason's putting a screen back in to keep the buggies out. We're gonna take a break and eat breakfast because that's how early the drywall showed up. And we're just gonna take it step by step. We made a few calls, and unfortunately the few people who are available have injuries, and I don't want anybody with injuries obviously lifting anything, because they should be taking care of their body, but we don't need anybody getting hurt lifting this. So we're just gonna take it slow, a couple sheets at a time, and just slow and steady wins the race. gonna be great. Looking lovely. We've started on the standard sheets of drywall. Jason's outside. He's basically bringing them in through the window, feeding them down to me. We're putting them right here. He said the sun is starting to come out. She is hot. There's one part of me that is tremendously discouraged because I feel like we're so behind, but also like summers are just really freaking busy, and I have to just be okay that we've not spent as much time in the basement as I want. However, today is a different story. Things are actually progressing in a big way. We have a really good friend of ours as a plumber, so he's here right now in the basement getting basically as much plumbing as he can done between like in this early stage. So the next stage would be the drywall's up, the tub is in, like he's putting in the tub today, but like the drywall's in, the surround is up, everything is like ready to just plunk a toilet on, connect the sinks. Essentially, you get it. All the final touches of actually connecting the water dispenser to the pipe. So it finally feels like something is happening, and I'm pretty pumped about it. All right, so this is the update on plumbing. We have water lines to the bathroom because those were not included with the build. Water lines for the potty. We have a tub. We have tub water lines up there, which is so exciting. Our plumber is actually coming back today to finish a few things. His wholesaler, there were just a few things that didn't get included in all of the supplies that he ordered. So whether it was a stock thing, whatever, he's coming back today to get all of that. But for the most part, as much as can be done for plumbing now is done. So we get to leave it here in terms of this video's update. Next video is going to include putting up drywall, because there is drywall that we can start literally right away. We are also going to be doing electrical, because that step absolutely needs to happen right away. And we'll go from there. I guess what else ends up in the next update is going to be a surprise. I'm so grateful to have all of you joining me on this up and down crazy roller coaster of finishing our Airbnb. It's obviously not happening nearly as fast as we want it to, but it's about being calm in this process and trusting that it's all going to come together as it's supposed to. So I will catch you all in the next Airbnb update, or in any of the other videos that I release between now and then. But I'll see you in the next one. Bye.